We did it! Thanks to you, we've built an amazing community of over 100,000 eyewear enthusiasts. And to show my appreciation, I'm going to be answering your questions. Some personal, some eyewear related. Let's go. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And helping you get your perfect glasses has been my mission for most of my adult life. But thanks to this channel, I've connected with so many incredible people, and I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you. When I started this journey, I never thought that we'd get to 10,000, let alone 100,000. To celebrate, we asked you to submit your questions. Anything goes here, and I'm about to answer them. As I start to scroll through these comments, I mean, the first few are just amazing. Congratulations, well earned and well deserved. Congrats from Brazil, congrats from America, congratulations. And you know what, like, this is not my achievement, this is our achievement, and I really do believe that. And not just all of you that watch these videos, that subscribe, that order your glasses from us, but also to our team here at the Spectacle Factory. Although you see me in front of the camera, our team I am so proud of because they do an amazing job each and every day. They make what I do possible. So this award, this is for you, and this is for them. But you know, I'll take a little bit of praise along the way. Let's get on to the first question. In all of your videos, it's clear that you have an infectious passion for eyewear. When or how did that start? That's a great question to start. It is literally the first question that I came to, so what a way to begin the video. So let me give you my origin story. I didn't plan to go into the eyewear industry. It definitely was not on my agenda. Although I helped out my granddad working in the lab making glasses when I was a kid, it definitely wasn't what I wanted to be growing up. I went to university to study history, but circumstances arose that landed me here. When I started working in this industry, I didn't even wear glasses myself at this point, but I realized that people who do wear glasses typically hated them. And not only that, but they hated the process of buying glasses. Why should it be a negative? How can we make it into a positive? So I set about changing in our store the way that people bought glasses. Not to sell to them, but to educate them, to help them understand why glasses are a cool thing. And not only that, but how they can get the right glasses for them. People started coming from further and further away to experience it. And as we continued to grow, I realized that I wanted to reach more people. When I learn about things, I go to YouTube. It's a great resource to have a video playing while you're doing the dishes or the ironing or whatever. You can listen to something and learn. And I thought, well, if I'm learning about things that way, people must want to learn more about eyewear. And nobody watched it. For the first few years, it was pretty static. And to be honest, I was terrible. Like, this is definitely not it doesn't come natural to me. And people around me thought I was weird. They thought I was stupid, crazy, for putting all this time and effort into making these videos that nobody was watching and nobody had any interest in. And why would people want to watch videos about glasses anyway? But I believed in it. I believed in it, and I felt like this was my way of giving back to the world. So I kept going, and the more people told me not to, the harder I worked at it. And in the last few years, things started to pick up, and now we see this exponential growth, and that's how you come to be watching me right now. Rahesh says, some people have tried copying his creativity. I would have no knowledge about tint colors or mirror flash coatings without you. Well, that is why I do what I do. There's a whole world of beauty in eyewear, of creativity, that most people just aren't exposed to, and they see glasses therefore as just a commodity. And I suppose most places that sell glasses, it is just a business transaction. But for me, there's so much more to it. People can always try to copy you, they can always try to emulate you, but they'll always be one step behind. And as long as we keep innovating, I hope we'll be at the forefront of the industry for many years to come. But even if we aren't, if I've made the industry a better place, that means that more people are wearing great glasses, and I'm happy about that. Now for the next question. Which JFRA frame do you think is the quintessential one? That is an awesome question, and a really difficult one to answer, actually. I suppose their most iconic design is the asymmetric frame. That was one of Jean-Francois Rey's early creations. The quintessential one for me has been the 2836. It's been a long time since I wore this on camera. The reason being that you can't get these anymore. And I felt terrible having to disappoint lots of people who were asking me for them. I think this encapsulates everything that JFRA is about. JFRA is my favorite eyewear brand because every element of them is unique. So the shape of this frame, one of a kind. The coloration is a perfect example of JFRay's work with color. The material choice is carbon fiber. Every element of these frames has creativity radiating out from it. But when I used to wear these, people were asking me for them constantly, and it's a shame they're not in production anymore. But for me, that is the most iconic JFray frame. Next up, Darren is asking, was there a pair of glasses that, while on your journey, started it all for you or convinced you to keep pursuing it further? I mean, one that comes immediately to mind, keeping with JFray, is the Ocelot sunglasses from Metal Gear Solid. I was actually a fan of Hideo Kojima before I was a fan of JFray. In fact, Kojima introduced me to JFray. Kojima is a visionary video game director whose video games are cinematic, just like a movie. His video game Metal Gear Solid 5 had the characters wearing JFray eyewear. For me, that was a real light bulb moment because I was like, wow, this is transcending what most people would think of as a pair of glasses. But another case that really comes to mind from very early in my career was the Fast Bokeh series, where they played with the temple tip design and actually had little shoes and boots as the temple tip. And what that taught me is that literally every aspect of a pair of glasses can be unique, and there's so much opportunity to design something new. And fast forward, 10 years from that point, frame designers are still coming out with new concepts. Back then, that was really inspiring to me because it was like, how interesting can a temple tip be on a frame? Well, the fact is it can be pretty cool. And it's something that might seem irrelevant, but actually makes you feel special when you wear it. It helps you build that emotional connection to your glasses. And for me, that is one of the most crucial parts of choosing the right frame. Do you by chance ship internationally with prescription lenses included? Looking to purchase a Reykjavik Eyes Rycard with a tint of your recommendation? That is not a planted question. The answer is yes, and we have shipped to almost every country in the world. I think at this point we've just not shipped to Antarctica. Is Antarctica a country? But a lot of people don't realize that alongside the YouTube channel, yes, we are actually a physical store here, and we offer virtual consultations for people all over the world. So I can help you over video call or email, and I can recommend the right glasses for you. The Rycard also happens to be the pair that I'm wearing today, and it's a very strong choice. It depends on the color that you're getting because you can get it in the green that I'm wearing now, you can get it in gray, or you can get it in the new exclusive white gold edition. So it just depends which frame color and also your complexion as to which tint color is going to match best to you. I remember the day when you got only 500 subscribers. You and me both. I remember a time when there was 5 subscribers and it felt like 1,000, well, it felt like 1,000 was impossible. It felt like 100 would have been an achievement. And to sit here with now over 100,000 subscribers, it's quite surreal. How many pairs of glasses do you own, switch in and out of throughout a given day or week? Not as many as a lot of my clients, actually. I have less time to sort out my own glasses because I'm constantly working on other people's. Thinking about it for a second, there's probably around 10 pairs of glasses and maybe around 5 sunglasses that I wear on a pretty regular basis. And I love having different options to pair with different outfits or different moods that I'm in, especially with different tints to help give me the sensation that I want to feel. And I really should do like a wardrobe update. That might be a video coming soon. Besides JMM, who do you not currently offer but want to? Well, Jack Marimage, definitely. I know I had that pretty controversial video recently where I was a little bit critical of Jerome Jack Marimage himself. Might not have done me any favors, but I am a fan of his work, and I said that repeatedly in the video. He is one of the best eyewear designers on the planet, and his product is exceptional. And we want to be a JMM stockist because they're some of the best glasses in the world, and that's what we do. But besides JMM, I think Matsuda comes to mind. They're the other major player in Japan with Masunaga, who we already stock. Dita, you might say as well, but Dita for me are definitely not on the level of those two. They're a few tiers behind. And Matsuda, I still think are maybe not quite Masunaga's level, but in terms of artistry, maybe they're above Masunaga. So Matsuda is definitely on my radar. I've had discussions with them earlier this year. It looks like later this year we might become a stockist. So make sure you're subscribed because we'll be featuring them when we are. If you could only wear one pair of frames for the rest of your life, what would they be and why? That is a tough one. My first brand that comes to mind is Reykjavik Eyes because they are the most practical frames. And no matter what glasses I'm wearing on a given day, when I get home, I switch back to my Reykjavik Eyes because they're just so effortlessly comfortable. Stylistically, they're not the best of the best, but I think pair the right model with the right tint like I've done with this Rycard, and I think they are very stylish and understated enough to wear easily every day at the same time. Industrial come to mind as well. Those are a bit elevated when it comes to style and not much compromise in terms of comfort. My Industrial Fuse 007 is one of my favorite pairs, definitely. And you can't go wrong with a classic aviator, it never dates. And then the other brand that comes to mind is Luca de Stel. Probably, when you consider all factors, the best glasses in the world, because they're pretty much as comfortable as Reykjavik eyes. They're more unique, they're more beautiful, they're more special because they're made from leather or stone. If you really twisted my arm personally, I would go with the white gold version of this frame with Photo Fusion Flash and Zeiss Smart Life lenses. With the Photo Fusion Flash, you'll be able to wear them outdoors and inside, so they'd be sunglasses as well. I'm assuming in this hypothetical scenario, I can't have separate sunglasses, so you definitely have to have Photo Fusion. I would pair it with Pioneer, the green color, with ruby flash coating. Green is probably the best all-rounder. Brown I do slightly prefer, but green would help out more in really bright conditions. This next one is a little bit easier to answer. Are rimless Lindbergh frames better, worse, or equal to Reykjavik eyes rimless frames? So Lindbergh are good quality. I don't think they're in the top tier when it comes to rimless anymore. They were when they were first invented, but Lindbergh haven't really iterated on their original design. One advantage that Lindbergh frames have is they're very discreet in the mounting, and I do love the beautiful simplicity of their mounting system. But it's not as durable, it's not as reliable as the most popular plug mounting system. Although the problem with the plug mounting system is it does work its way loose over time. With Reykjavik eyes, because the frames are so flexible, that takes all the pressure off the joints themselves. So Reykjavik eyes rimless are more functional and more comfortable. I think stylistically you could go either way. They're about the same. They're both minimalistic. Lindbergh are maybe more minimalistic. My question, as I myself am an international client, when did you get your first international client? How did it make you feel? Can you let us know what percentage of your clients are international? Those are great questions. What happened was, as the YouTube channel began to take off, people started reaching out to me, asking me to style them remotely because they couldn't make it to the store. I had to develop a process for doing that absolutely meticulously because I am a perfectionist. I would not do it if I didn't think I could get you an amazing pair of glasses. In terms of my very first, I actually don't remember specifically who that was, but I do remember how it made me feel. It was humbling and it was challenging, and I love a challenge. Challenges are what get me out of bed in the morning. I really enjoyed the challenge of thinking, how can I give them the best pair of glasses they've ever had? I believe it's now around 60%, so it's more than half of our clients order from us from other countries. Great job on the 100,000 Spectacle Factory family. Thank you, it is a family. What keeps you going and what motivates you? Do you have any more special glasses in the works? And will you be making more trips to the US? Jason, that's 3 questions, but since you are such a great guy, and genuinely I mean that, you're awesome, I will answer all 3 for you. So what keeps me going? I will admit, it's hard. A lot of people don't know this, but I work all day, every day in the store helping people. And if I'm not helping them physically, I'm on the video call with them. And if I'm not doing either of those things, I'm responding to the hundreds of emails that I get every month, which is actually an impossible task. And it gets quite depressing because no matter how many I respond to, I'm always letting somebody down. There's always someone who is upset because I didn't get back to them. That's been really challenging. And whilst we've grown our team significantly, and our team is awesome, most people writing want my personal opinion on what glasses they should get. And I couldn't just delegate that to somebody else. And it has to be authentic. It has to be me responding because it would be wrong, I think, otherwise. And there's only so many emails I can respond to. So that gets daunting. And also, becoming fairly successful on YouTube, you get a lot of hate as well. I think that just comes with the territory. I was kind of prepared for that, but it's not nice. I'm very much a sensitive person. And then also if things go wrong, because we are a business, at the end of the day, we don't get everything right all of the time. When the client's not happy, they tend to make it personal and they tend to make it out like I have wronged them, which is really hurtful actually. All those things are very hard, but what keeps me going is the feedback I get, the knowledge that I'm making individual lives better, I'm making the world hopefully a better place, and I'm helping our industry grow and develop and improve to where more people are going to be happy wearing glasses. That's where it all started, and that's what I want to continue to do. And I won't stop. I'm not going to all my life I've fought against the industry that I'm in. Everyone's told me it can't be done. This is wrong. This is not how you do it. At the end of the day, when someone puts on a pair of glasses that makes them feel 10 times better about themselves, makes them see the world 10 times better, there's no feeling like it. It's the most rewarding thing ever. And the YouTube channel is my opportunity to reach more people and help them achieve that. In terms of projects with other companies, well, just to come back to JFRA again, I have been invited to visit them in the summer. And I haven't told them this yet, but I really want to propose that we collaborate on a frame, on a special edition frame. One idea I have is to bring this back as a maybe new limited edition colorway. I think that would be a really cool project, or maybe just design our own frame from scratch together. I don't know if they'll be receptive to that, but I am going to be asking them and we'll see how that goes. And will I be making more trips to the US? Absolutely. Twin Peaks is one of my favorite things ever. And David Lynch, the creator of Twin Peaks, is an absolute inspiration for me. I learned transcendental meditation because of him, which is something I use every day. Definitely improved my life. And Twin Peaks itself, if you've not watched it, you must watch it. That TV series, it just really speaks to me. And it was filmed in Washington State. So I've always dreamt of going to that area and seeing it for real. And I have a lot of clients there as well. So that is definitely on my agenda. I'm really hoping to make that trip this year. Thinking of maybe building a store either in Florida or New York. Probably shouldn't have told you that, but that might be for the future. That's it. That's your questions answered. And I hope you found it interesting. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. We have reached 100,000 subscribers together, and I want you to help us continue on this journey. For that, I need you to share this video or share these videos, not just for our sake, but for your friends, for your family who might need a better pair of glasses. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do that right now. Let's get to 1 million together.